questions today focused on the extraordinary events of last week, where the Deputy Premier brought this government to the brink and then tried to claim a victory from maintaining the status quo.
I'm serious. If you're going to make this about an individual, if you're going to make implications about an individual, no matter how you package it, there is still implications about an individual. You're well aware that you were able to make comments about government, Liberal Party, National Party. The minute you start to make implications about an individual,
Mr President, the chaos and dysfunction of our state's most senior ministers, with a series of character assessments usually reserved for your political opponents, not your cabinet colleagues, in the midst of a global pandemic and a recession, shows just how out of touch the National Party is. Now, in trying not to speak about the extraordinary events of last week, the Minister for Education took another victory lap from about building a school that is ridiculously—
Point of order, Mr President.
Yes.
The member's actually now reflecting on me and the answer that I gave. It's not appropriate and that shouldn't be happening in this debate.
Look, no,
all pressures.
the member is more than entitled to refer to an answer given by a minister. The problems are the adjectives that the member wants to use to describe the minister or the minister's answer, which was not part of the minister's answer, nor part of the subject matter in accordance with the sessional order. You don't need the adjectives. You can merely state what the minister said, if you agree with it, disagree with it, and go from there. Let's leave the adjectives alone.
Mr President, this is the story of so many of the growth areas around New South Wales. We've heard it before in Jordan Springs, and today's version talks about the suburb of Googong. And at this time it's in her leader for now's own electorate. There's a vacant block of land that has been sitting there for years, Mr President, waiting for a school to be delivered. This is a rapidly growing area that's projected to double in size by next year and double again by the 2030s. If the Deputy Premier, who spent most of last week blowing up the government, was more focused on his local area, the project should have started years ago. Now the government, if it's going to deliver this school, should actually deliver what the community needs, not just the school, an early childhood preschool or early childhood centre on the site. Give the people of Googong what they deserve.